Hi there, I'm Scott Lowe with ActualTech Media, and thank you for joining us for this Spotlight Series segment. Today I'm joined by Jayden Bartram, CEO of Movebot. Jayden, thank you for joining us.
Not a problem. Always good to be here.
Who is Movebot? What would you say is your elevator pitch when you're talking to potential customers?
Oh, good question. It's the smooth and easy way to get your data to the cloud fast, simple, and cost effective. Basically, is how we roll.
So fast, smooth, cost effective. Those are three good things. Now, if you have to expand beyond that 30,000 foot view, how do you explain your service or your product to potential customers as to what it can do for them from a business perspective?
It really depends on the audience, but I mean, one of the easiest ways to put it is basically we all shift house, right? We all have to move between houses, so it's the same in the cloud. You've got all your data in one location, you need to transport it to another, and that's what we do. We're basically your movers. We move your goods from one place to another, but for your cloud.
So is this something that's cloud only, or can I use it to do on premises, like from one solution to another solution, or is it something where I'm able to then take something I've got on premises and move it to Dropbox or to Teams or to Box or to S3 or whatever? What am I moving between?
Well, you can actually, yeah, that's a good question. You can actually go between all of them. So you can either go on-premise, traditional file servers to the cloud, or cloud to on-prem if you wanted to. Currently, we support SFTP, SMB, and NFS, but we're currently developing a on-site agent. So basically, you just install it on your Windows file server, and then it connects to Movebot natively, and then it's as if you can connect it to another cloud. It looks the same. We're simplifying that part as well right now.
Is this a migration tool, or is it a synchronization / replication tool, or both?
It can do both, but we pride ourselves on doing one thing and one thing well, and that's migrations, and that's moving data from one location to the other. But a part of that, or a secondary purpose, is that you could use us like a replication or a backup tool between two clouds or from on-prem to the cloud because, well, we support Delta syncs. So normally when you migrate in waves. So you'll transfer a huge amount or all your data in one go, and people will use it for the next few weeks, and then you need to send the modified files across. So basically what we'll do is you can run the Delta sync and it'll only move the modified files. So enabling that plus a scheduler, boom, you got yourself a sync tool.
So I want to go a little deeper on the technology there for the Delta Sync. Who's maintaining the changelog? I assume you have to because you're probably trying to abstract away from as many services as you can. So are you basically maintaining a changelog so you can do a Delta Sync down the line?
What we basically do, I mean, this poses another great question, right? A lot of cloud providers don't actually provide the change log themselves, or they don't provide those notifications. So what we have to do every time is calculate all the data on the left-hand side, part of our calculation stage, and compare the mod time to the destination, and that's how we do it. It would be great if the cloud providers out there provided us notification of a list of what's changed in this date period or whatever it may be, but it's quite a limitation at the moment in the market. Otherwise, that could really speed up the whole replication game and everything.
Do any of them provide that, or is it pretty much just a wasteland out there for that?
It's a wasteland. Basically, we calculate all the data and look through it all and see what's changed and what hasn't.
So is this a SaaS offering, or do I install something? You mentioned there's going to ultimately be an agent I can put on a Windows server, but what's the ultimate thing I'm buying from Movebot when I buy your service?
You're moving the one-off cost to get your data from one location to the other. Other providers out there may charge subscriptions for migration services, but you only do it once, right? And as we said, that's what we do, and we do it well. So therefore, you only be charged for the one-off fee. Generally, we're quite relaxed when we work with people around quotes and that. So if you've got a lot of data, our public pricing isn't exact, so we can bring that down even further if required. But yeah, all in all, you just pay that one-off cost.
Where does pricing start for Movebot?
Well, for us, we see ourselves quite competitive. Some people may be put off by the pricing, wondering why we're so cheap. But overall, we don't provide the service components. So for us, we're a tool, and that's fine. We like our service provider partners, and they step up and they add the human element. For us, we're simply a tool. So pricing for us, for the first terabyte, $390, and then from there it goes down to $250 for every terabyte after that. And generally, the higher you go, we can get it quite low. I think at some points we can even get it down to $160 a terabyte. So it really depends where you're going from to the complexity. Object storage is a great one. I mean, we can get that down to, I think it's 14 cents per gig, and also remove egress costs for the customer. So all in all, everyone wins.
So tell me more about removing the egress cost for the customer. Tell me what is how do you do that? And I mean, and obviously the benefit is it lowers their cost, but that would be interesting to
Exactly.
understand.
Yeah, well, I guess there's a bit of secret sauce here, so I can't give off too much.
Understood.
But if you dig deep enough, I'm sure you better work it out. But currently, the customers have to pay 9 cents per gig to get their data out of, let's say, Amazon S3, which is pretty ridiculous when, you're moving to Wasabi, who's $5 a terabyte, $6 a terabyte, and then you're paying almost triple that just to get your data out, if not more, of Amazon. So, I mean, what we do is we basically remove that for the customer and we inherit it. But thus, by doing that, our price comes to a medium balance so that it covers our costs, and also we're a business, right? So, yeah, we can basically remove it for the customer and make their life cheaper and easier.
If you think about some of your sort of feathers in your cap projects, can you tell us, maybe even without names, like what a couple of those look like and what customers experience at the end of their process?
Yeah, so we've actually worked with a customer lately who's moved from Box to SharePoint. That was an interesting journey because a lot of it relies on education too. As I said, we don't normally do the service component, but we do from time to time. For us, it's also an education point of view, keeps us up to date with the product, keeps us in a reality check almost, make sure our product is aligned with the market and whatnot. And basically for them, a lot of it was an education experience because Box to SharePoint is a completely different platform when it comes to how content's stored and structured. But overall, in the end, they're happy, and it's just, yeah, it's always a great outcome, especially when you deal with New Zealanders, right?
That's right. I mean, New Zealand is doing a lot of things right these days.
I like to think
So,
so.
obviously, when you start thinking about migration from one file or object platform to another, you have to think about metadata and permissions. Are you able to migrate those sorts of things as well?
Definitely. Metadata is something on our roadmap. It's from Box and SharePoint are the really the only ones that offer real detailed metadata. Around permissions, yeah, we can do that. It's not a problem, whether it's shared permissions or just accessible read, write, whatever it may be. We definitely bring that. And that, you raise a good point too, right, when it comes to planning your migration. And another component we add is a pre-flight scan. So basically, before you even move a single byte, you can run a scan with us and you'll get a breakdown of when was the data last touched, what type of files are you moving, sizes, and it just gives you a complete overview. And once again, it's free. So there's no harm in it.
Very good. Jayden, thank you for this quick overview of Movebot. And if our audience wants to learn more about you, they can go to www.movebot.io. If you would like to learn even more about Movebot, we did a longer set of videos that you'll be able to find in the ActualTech Media YouTube channel, which is at youtube.com/ActualTech Media. And you'll be able to see more Spotlight Series segments there. Thank you for watching.